Hello and welcome everyone once again to Padhaku Netcast, and this time it is something different because it is 2021. So wishing our family a very happy new year and wishing a lot of happiness to all of you. Today we have with us Shubham from McKinsey, and this company needs no introduction to the students who are into management consulting or to the people who are working with big fours or big companies across the globe. So, welcome Shubham to this netcast of Padaku.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil, for so much energy. And I guess this makes sense as you said, it is
Right.
2021.
So, bringing
So
2021
thank
with
you.
you and with your story of how you cracked this company. So, Shubham, just can you tell us something about yourself, who you actually are?
So myself, Shubham Bhardwaj, I'm currently working in McKinsey and Company, as you already told so. And I previously worked with Duff and Phelps and eValue. So I've done my graduation in economics honors from Delhi University, and I graduated in 2018. So I was involved in all the societies, most of the societies in my college, all the cultural ones or the departmental ones. I've also done CFA. I'm done with CFA level 3, and I'm also pursuing FRM as well. I'm done with FRM part 1, and I'll be giving FRM part 2 soon.
Shubham,
Yeah.
like when you're talking about the previous company and then you're talking about McKinsey, can you also give us some insights over what was your job profile, what was your job description in the earlier company as well as your McKinsey right now?
Just after the graduation, I was doing internships, and I was not able to find any luck through any companies. So what I did was I started giving out messages straight out on LinkedIn and cracked Duff and Phillips through that approach, and that was into valuations. So that was one of the very crucial jobs which make me learn how important is the research overall in the industry, because you can know how to punch in numbers, you can play with models, but research, that's a very niche area and yet to be explored. So yeah, valuations was one of the things I would have loved to continue throughout my career, but as the things turn out, I had to switch to eValueServe for many other reasons. uh, so I got into eValueServe as a business analyst in the investment banking department. So one of the reasons was that I got into investment banking. Always dreamt of getting into investment banking. So uh, in the eValue survey, you have to majorly work with, again, there's a lot of research. You have to do a lot of research. And uh, I would again emphasize on this, Neil, that research is a very niche product in the industry and still still to be explored. You can do modeling, you can do number crunching, but research, that's yet to be explored. And I guess uh, everybody in the industry right now, like Padhaku is as well, everybody is doing research right now. So yeah, we were into research, and we used to make send out decks to the investment banks. We used to provide service to investment banks. So yeah, after eValueServe, I got a call from McKinsey, and uh, it may have been just 5 months for me in eValueServe, but nobody says no to McKinsey, right? So I had to switch when it came to McKinsey. So,
So,
yeah.
what is your
So it is a very complex profile right now. As we are into corporate and investment banking insights, we give consulting services, strategy consulting services to investment banks. So we help them to increase their sales numbers, their uh, their trades from the financial institutions, their clients. So
So, is it that you have been assigned some particular clients or
yeah,
particular
yeah, right.
sector or something?
Yeah, yeah. We have been
Okay.
assigned particular clients and particular sectors. I can tell you the uh, sector right now, which is financial
Yeah, yeah,
institution, but can't disclose the
yeah, yeah.
clients. Yeah. So
Right. We do understand the compliance and
yeah,
everything. So, like, what was the process of being placed at McKinsey? Like, getting hired at McKinsey?
so I'll just first get to give you a brief recap of how I got a call from McKinsey. So I've been observing this trend all over the industry. If you keep updating, and I was actually discussing this a few days back with my friend as well, that if you keep updating your Naukri profile again and again,
Mm-hmm.
you usually get a call from consultants for various jobs. So I had just updated job, my resume on Naukri.com, and I immediately got a call from McKinsey, not from McKinsey, but from a consultant, that there was a opening at McKinsey. So I immediately said yes, that yeah, sure, I'm happy to go forward with it. So
Okay.
yeah,
This is something really different
yeah, yeah.
listening to this.
Yeah. So this is a very good insight, I guess. If you keep updating your Naukri profile, you may land up in, uh, you may land up a good job. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Right.
So after that, they McKinsey don't give you much time to prepare. I've seen this all over my team, that everybody says that they gave us just 1 day and told us to come out tomorrow for interview. So, uh, so yeah, that was the scene. And about the job process, the interview process, it's a full 1 day process. You have to get there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and the interviews keep on going. So it's a 6 round process. First one is a general catch up. They ask you about your previous jobs, and they want to know what you have exactly worked with. So this worked good in my case because I was already in financial institution, and they are happy to get some guy who was already into financial institution and investment banking. So yeah, that helped me a lot. Plus, second round is case study. So they give you a quick case study, which usually is a guesstimate. So you have to give a reasoning for the guesstimate, and it's a full 20-minute pen and paper round on which you have to actually make sure that your interviewer is convinced with your estimate and with the reasoning as well. Because estimate alone is nothing to them. It's the reasoning they are demanding. They are seeing how articulate you are with your thoughts. So second round is case study again, and the third round. The third round usually is a second round of case study, but in my case, it was a general knowledge round. I guess it was more of a background check as to where you have done your graduation from, and to what are your thoughts on current political situation in US, and what are your stand on the economic front. Do you support left or do you support right? More of like that. And fourth again is a director round, which is a matchup like the first round. The number of rounds after that is dependent upon your team which you're interviewing for. So in my case, there were only two partners at that time in my team, so I had to interview with two partners. Uh, for if someone has a bad luck, he could have a interview with more than four partners as well. So yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So you were lucky enough to get two
yeah,
partners.
yeah, exactly.
So what were the set of questions which were asked?
The set of questions, it's basically more of job specific and specific to your profile, your current profile. It's not much related to the profile you're interviewing for, because they'll have to train you most probably for the profile you are interviewing right now. So it's more related to your current profile and current job rather than, so it it's not a general, you cannot set the right set of questions out there. It's specific to individual candidates profile. So after that, so
Right.
after six rounds
Okay.
you get a call around I got a call around after 1 week, saying that I actually got a mail first that you have been selected and with a job offer.
Okay, great, great. So hope you get soon to join the office
Yeah,
and work with your colleagues and you get most of the culture from the company. Shubham, like when we are talking about your interview, your processes, and then you're finally working with a company like this. So, do you think the courses which you have done, like CFA and FRM, helps you get edge over some? Obviously, they do get you edge over the other people, but what do you think is the need of doing these courses?
So, to articulate your question, I would tell you in a more of econometrics way. So, if I were to run a regression on my selection, and if I were to give beta numbers to CFA for him, I would give them around the R square for that would be around 0.7.
So
So
I'm poor with
that
numbers.
said, I'll just tell you. Um, so
Correlation, regression is
so
something not.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I would give them the credit for up to 60 to 70%.
So, Shubham, while concluding the session, what are the three tips you would want to share it with your juniors or with the people who are going to join McKinsey very soon?
So the three tips I would like to give are: firstly, try to stand out. Try to stand out. Try to be jack of all trades, not just specialize in one field. Try to be jack of all trades, because at the end you'll have to interact as well. You'll have to number punch as well. You'll have to research as well. So be a jack of all trades rather than being just spe- rather than just having specialization in one field. So secondly, so it's getting data oriented out there. Every firm, every big firm is trying to gain their monopoly over proprietary data. And I would suggest managing the data, analyzing the data is a very tough job. You can have a lot of data, you can have a lot of numbers, but if there is not a good equation, if there is not a good problem solving technique, so you won't be able to fetch the analysis out of that. So I would suggest uh, learning new skills like generating a lot of skills, having a lot of skills like Python, Power BI, or R. I would say these type of software skills is must in the field right now. And thirdly, I would suggest that it's it's better to be outgoing. It's better to network, not just stand out there and it's not about money. It's not just about money. It's about interactions. It's about network. It's about growing. So don't worry much. So that would be my last giveaway. That don't worry much. Just interact. Just be yourself. Network through other. Everyone's good. People out there are good. Just network out there. Go into the sea.
Right. I
Yeah,
think if I
jump right into the ocean of ideas. Yeah, go.
Right. If I try to sum up the things which you're talking about is like, maintain relationship with everybody, start networking and just explore yourself to the fullest and you get the maximum opportunities
Exactly.
across and you can, grow for yourself. So I think Shubham, listening to you was wonderful and I think it would help everyone know that how things are on the other side of the table. And on behalf of Team Padaku, I take this opportunity to thank you for getting some time for us and explaining how things have been. And I also take this opportunity to thank you and wish you all the luck for your future endeavors and you get all what you want. And may McKinsey rise higher because of you.
Thank you, Neha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neha.